Hey, what's going on, guys? Over here, and welcome back to another part of my Alfa Romeo F1 2018 Fantasy Manager career here. We're back with episode number 3. If you missed the second one, be sure to go check that one out before you see this one uploaded 2 days ago. And if you did not catch the end of that video, just to kind of get you caught up there, we have now bought a brand new upgrade to the factory. I was about to say brand new factory. We already had it, but we were level 1. We're now upgrading to level 2. That is going to take a fair few weeks. I don't know how I can see how many weeks that's going to take. I think it was like 20 weeks. I think it doesn't say here for some reason how long it's going to take, but it's going to take 20 weeks. You can see under construction, upgrading. The design we've already got to level 2, so that's why we didn't look at that. Surprisingly, we're actually halfway, pretty much bang on in 6th place there. Halfway, you know, we've got 12 runners, so we're halfway through the design center. So definitely the thing we were lacking is the factory. Obviously, it doesn't matter how good your design work is if you don't have the bloody factory to actually build the goddamn parts, then you're not going to do it. So that's going to add on 10 parts, part development staff, and 2 improvement slots, which that is going to be a really big key, because if we move on a little bit until the car is repaired from after the Chinese Grand Prix. Obviously, I need to move on one more. There we go. Can I now look at it? Yeah, car repair's finished. If we look at that, obviously, at the moment, we've only got 2 slots for each, which is really unfortunate. So we need kind of 4 going at the moment, because it's really annoying at this stage where I want to improve the engine and the gearbox, because that's generally where our car is lacking. You can see, even though I said this last time, the gap is quite small to that arrow compared to these guys. In terms of the actual tally on the table, we're down in 10th, and we're down in 10th for the engine and acceleration. So I want to improve both those parts. Can't do that at the moment. At the moment, I'm doing front wing because I think Giovanazzi sent us an email last episode about that. But we're going to improve once again. I think we'll go for the engine this time, both those guys. And at the moment, not really doing much reliability work, because as I said, and you saw last time at China, I think the only issue was Giovanazzi got down to 13% on the front wing, I think it was, by the end of that Chinese Grand Prix. So that was the only worry. But if that's the only worry, we didn't have to make a pit stop for that, then reliability for now is fine. Really, we're just looking at performance, and that's going to be key. And then obviously, you know, hands up, I need to try and sort out the strategy work. We got a little bit lucky, and it kind of worked out with Charles last time. With Giovanazzi, didn't quite work out. It's very hard for me in these longer races now. Obviously, we're doing the F1 mod, so we've got, like, you know, around 40-ish laps for the race that we're doing, because we chose the medium option. It's hard for me to kind of see how it's all going to string out, especially when we compare it to the AI, and all the AI are much better than me at tyre wear. They've just been that way since we first got the game back in last year in January. Not January, November. What I'm talking about, in November. So it's difficult to try and match them, but we kind of got lucked into it with Charles, because I kind of just gambled on it, and it worked out pretty damn well. Obviously, though, with Gio, we made an extra pit stop, and we finished down in like 18th place, whereas Charles finished in a good 14th. Although, despite all of that, in the team standings, we're still bloody 11th, because one McLaren of Alonso and Grosjean finished ahead of us in that race, and I think also a Sauber did as well. And as long as one of them finishes ahead of us, that's good enough for them to be ahead of us, even though we all have 0 points. So at the moment, I've got a dilemma of every single race. My, you know, the chairman's happiness is going down and down. We got -22 at Sydney, -10 at Beijing. If we're not careful, in like 2 races time, even 1, I don't even know what's going to happen after Dubai here for round number 3. You know, we're going to be on thin ice already in terms of getting fired, even though I feel like we're doing a decent enough job. But it's because, obviously, I said at the beginning of the season, you know, we go all the way back to this email, that my target was 9th place, and we get 3 million per race. I think 9th's a realistic target for us by the end of the season, but the fact is they straight away want you to come 9th, whereas I feel like they should try and judge you at the end of the season, and they should be fluctuating race by race kind of objectives, I think, just like they do in the Codemasters games almost. So I don't know. That's just my opinion on how I think it should work. I think the end of season target should only be judged at the end of the bloody season. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just because I'm just doing badly at it at the moment. But yeah, we've got the gearbox on the build. We've got the factory on the build. We've got 2.4 in the bank, but we can't do anything right now because we're waiting for this gearbox to be built, and we can't do anything more. I don't have enough money to maybe upgrade these things. That's 6 million. That's 5 million. I mean, technically, we can go into the red by about 5 million, but I don't really want to do that. New buildings, all of those are going to be way more, so we're going to go in the red, but at some point, you know, down the road we'll start looking into these, but it's early days, so we can continue on. At the moment, I've set my staff on just to improve the engine, and that's pretty much all we can do. But as the calendar days fly by, it looks like there's not much going on in our world, and we are traveling to Dubai pretty damn fast. We've got some emails though. What's this going to be? I need to scroll right back up. Report on the upcoming race, Dubai. It'll be a 28 lap race, so quite a short span of laps, but it's a very long track. It's a whoa, what the lap record is a 2-minute lap time. That is a very long lap. That's a very long lap. And again, Giovinazzi's come through with an email about rear wing. I'll give him this, alright? He may have not performed, but Gio definitely has a lot of opinions about where our car is rubbish. He's not afraid to just rock up to the engineers or me and just be like, alright, boss, the car sucks. It just sucks. Anyway, enough about Gio slagging off our car. It's time to travel to Dubai. Induction to the GMA. Yes, I'm looking forward to this, because if you don't know what, I saw a few comments of a few guys maybe haven't actually seen what this game is. If you're new around to my channel in the last couple of months, I haven't really played it in the last couple of months. So obviously, if I'm starting to play it now, maybe you don't know what how the game works fully. The GMA is basically like the FIA, and we can vote on rules. I'm looking forward to this because we can save up some votes potentially, but we can also try and tip the vote in our favor with some saved up votes in the future. I actually want to look at what the votes are going to be, actually. We haven't done this yet. So we've got replacing the Phoenix track, so that's the USA Grand Prix, with track B, with track A. So I'm probably not going to be too fussed about that, but let's check the track changes out. They want to change it from that to the oval, which, nah, I'm not. I mean, it might be, you never know, it might be better for performance-wise, but for the sake of the video, I've done so many, every time I've done an oval circuit on this game for these videos, a lot of it gets cut out, because a lot of it's just, there's nothing happening. I'm not even talking, because nothing's literally happening on my screen to react to. Long qualifying sessions, I would probably not be in favor of that, because it might give a better chance for the top guys to set better lap times, to be honest. Spec brakes, I could go for that. Double points for the final race of the season. Probably not, but it's a tough one. Obviously the purist in me is like, nah. But also at the same time, if our car's the best it could ever be at the end of the season, if we're down in 11th still, we could rock up, score some points, double that, and then we could get into the objective we need to satisfy our chairman. But not a lot of, the only spec thing was the spec brakes, which I'm a little bit annoyed about, because if there was something like spec gearbox or spec engine, I would definitely go for that. Because basically just tips it in our favor. And unfortunately, much like the real life stuff, F1 is a lot of background politics, and so if I can get an advantage by voting a certain way, I definitely will do that, even if it goes against the spirit of the sport and whatnot. Classic. I got to think like a classic, Christian Horner or a Toto Wolff. I got to fight my corner for my team. But anyway, looking on to practice then, very low tyre wear, so let's go for plenty of soft tyres, and we'll go for, actually, we'll learn from last time. Let's stick on an even number here, because we actually ended up using a lot of medium tyres, and in the end, actually, I wanted to do more mediums for Charles, and we didn't work it out, so we'll go, actually, I'll bring it to, I think we'll only need 4, because the tyre was quite low, so we'll go 4. Part fitting, I think we're all fine in the same parts. We're giving, we've given Giovinazzi the best engine. I'm now going to swap that around. I'm going to give Leclerc the best engine, and I'm going to give the gearbox. I'll do the gearbox to Giovinazzi, because technically, even though Charles did a better race, Gio did out-qualify him, so we'll see. Maybe that was the engine. Maybe the engine's going to play a big part, and if it does, then fair enough. So let's continue on. Obviously, being Dubai, I doubt it's going to rain. If it does, you never know about this game. Sometimes it's a pure liar, so you never know. But let's go ahead into practice, and we'll see what's what. This is a long lap. I've just saw the layout for that in the animation. They basically do 3/4 of this entire lap. That is so long. I think in our last career mode, the layout we only did was basically we cut out the entire, what essentially is going to be the first sector for this lap. We cut out in the previous F1 career I did on this game. So yeah, bloody long lap. Right. Obviously, not much we can do on the feedback they give, but I can't even remember what on earth the recommended was for this track. It's very twisty, so let's just go for some acceleration. some front wing and rear wing, and let's go towards oversteer. Let's see how that works out. We'll go on one set of... Nah, we'll go on one set of soft tyres, get some soft tyre knowledge going, because I think the soft tyre, because there's low tyre wear, I think the soft tyre is going to be a good medium of, it's going to give some lap time, but it's also not going to wear out too much. So let's go for that. Right, send them straight out. Obviously, you're going to get that one lap in, so it really doesn't really matter what stint we're doing, but we may as well get every kind of eke of knowledge in for the race trim. But we'll just bring them straight back in, basically, to obviously get the setup going, and then we'll see how it goes. But actually, it's a good point to make here, because it's such a long lap. And obviously the time of practice isn't equated to how long the lap is. We'll probably won't get as good of knowledge as we did at places like China and Australia, just because of the lap is so long. So it takes them so freaking long to just get round to do one lap and get the knowledge. Right, so that was a really poor setup attempt. Okay, so clearly we need to go towards top end speed, so probably go all the way that way. Understeer, I think, is maybe the name of the game that they want. Although the downforce was okay. Maybe we need to go higher. So let's go that way. I think that's a good, decent medium. So tyre choice, send them back out. Do the same thing for Charles. Although I think I went a little bit higher with Charles, and maybe he didn't like that. Actually, no. Now we can go a lot higher with him. Right, so we'll go that much. He liked the oversteer, actually, so let's go that much that way, and then we'll do something like that. Yeah, I think that's okay. Right, send him out, and we'll see again. So I think a lot of setup tweaking, unfortunately, straight away. Unlike China, I haven't got it, near bang on straight away on the first attempt here, so we're going to have to compromise how much knowledge we get in terms of the soft tyres and the race trim. But, I think the percentage of the setup means quite a bit. So, here we go. I saw the handling was very poor, so I went the complete wrong way then with both of them, I think. No, actually, I was mistaken. It was fine. Wait, hang on. Okay, so that was a bit weird. So, the downforce, he wants lower downforce, basically, then. So, probably about that much. You can see we're good where that orange triangle, I can't even say colors, orange triangle is. So, we're going down about that much. I would say maybe brings him to the excellent. We need to keep the handling the same. And maybe go... let's keep it just a tiny bit more towards top end speed. Just a tad, just a smidge. Send him out. I think we might keep him out now for a stint. This was the one. Leclerc had a very poor... so we went the complete wrong way. They want low downforce. So let's go all the way down, Right, made some adjustments. I'm now going to keep them out and just sit here and let them do some laps, maybe 2 or 3, and then bring them back in, see how the setup is, then send them out for their final stints. I think that'll be. So it looks like, by the way we're going, we'll maybe get I'm hopeful of level 2 on the race trim and level 2 on the soft tyres, and that will pretty much be it, unfortunately, which is going to be a bit of a shame, but also at the same time, you've got to think the AI are going to have the same exact thing. I'm not sure if the AI simulate themselves the same way as, obviously, I would simulate the R2 drivers. I would like to think so, so that should mean they're not getting too much knowledge on their tyres and their race trim either. Right, Charles is in. We're going to send him out again, and I think his setup, it's 88%. Still not really exactly where I want it. We went from excellent to good here, so I need to bring that back a little bit. Bring that down to where we were. Excellent. So actually, if I bring that there, and then I adjust... Ooh, what do I adjust here? I can't really adjust... I can adjust the front wing a little bit. Do I need to bring it down or up? We are okay, very poor, we're good. I think I need to bring it up a little bit. Right, looking at the past one, you can see acceleration. I'm going to be just a little bit off, so hopefully that will turn from great to excellent. We're going to keep the handling where it is, so hopefully that will stay excellent, and then we're moving this a little bit further up the order in terms of downforce, and maybe that'll move it from good to excellent. Here's hoping. I'll stay on this same set of tyres. We'll send him out for 4 laps. Gio's coming in now. We'll check his setup, and then we'll send him out once again. But I've brought them in earlier than their in-lap, and wow, Gio's got great and 2 excellents. That is exactly what I want to see. 97%. Decent, my man. Decent. Right. Your tyres are pretty poor. 4 laps. We're probably only going to get 4 laps in, so we'll just save the tyres, really. I want a bit more of an open strategy in terms of what we're going to do, so, let's leave it open-ended. So just continue doing that, and we will get level 2. Actually, annoyingly, we'll probably just about miss out on level 3, actually, at this rate. Yeah, like I said, we've got 4 minutes left, and at the rate we're going, we're just about going to miss out on level 3. Also, I don't know what these guys' stints are on, but I think they're coming towards the end of their stint, so they're going to come into the pits, annoyingly. literally at the end of the session. Like, it's perfect timing, but you can see, it's gonna be just like China. Just like China. Final minute of the session. Just like China, we're gonna miss it out by a tad. There we go. Practice ended. Charles perfectly. Look how good I timed that. On their last lap, they came in anyway. So perfect timing, perfect. But annoying. Annoying to say the least that we just missed out again. But let's see the pace is not great, 20 and 22, but I've never really thought too much of practice, to be honest. Let's see how qualifying goes. Obviously, Gio did the job in China. I'll be interested to see if this engine... I have a feeling the fact I've given Charles the better engine now is going to be the deciding factor. I think that's why Gio did better in China, because of the engine. I don't even have enough knowledge to do any more than just the soft tyres. That's great. Right. Oh, good. We got some symmetry there with the setup. So looks like that last tweak I made with Charles was bang on stuff. Right. Start qualifying, take qualifying. I'm going to send Charles out straight away, give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to do his little lap first. Although, you know what? I'm going to send out Gio a little bit staggered. But I need to send him out at the same sort-of-ish time. Otherwise, because the lap's so long, he's not going to really get 2 good laps in, is he? So I'll send him out now at the same time. So this is going to have to be a little bit of a... I'm going to have to keep an eye quite close on both these left-hand side and right-hand side columns to make sure I do their tyre temps correctly. So when we get to the N, I need to bring this down like this. Start fluctuating this, but I'm going to keep an eye on the left-hand side here. Pause. Right, bring this down. I'm going to now play it in 2 times speed. We got good and perfect. That's decent enough. That's decent enough. So now I can just do Geos, and I've got overheated. Bloody hell. I didn't do that well. I sped it up too much. I wanted times 4, not times 12, and so I didn't get enough slowdown on Geo's lap. But Charles got some decent in terms of the tyre temps and the brake temps. He's 2 seconds off the top. That's a little bit worrying. And Gio again has outqualified him, although not by much. Just like literally talking about less than 100th, is that? Yeah, so it's close. It's close, but it looks like we're just going down the order. Hopefully, can we just stop around P18, P16, P18, please? No? P18, P20. No? Still going down the order? God damn it. Okay, looks like P19, P20. P21, sorry. That's not nice, is it? Right. Lots of people coming in, so let's send Charles back out. Super Softs, yes please. Send them out. We'll wait a little bit. And then I'm going to send Gio out now because a lot of people are coming in, so we need a bit of a clean run here. Right, let's do this a little bit better. We're on times 4, so the speed of it is not too much, so I can handle it, I feel. So go down the order, bring this back. Oh, shit. This is so difficult doing it at the same time, but I literally can't not do it at the same time. Otherwise, they're not going to get... Okay, perfect. Right, bring you now. I think we're going to be good with you. Perfect and overheated. So I got the same exact one for them. So that's fair enough. That's what you want. 50-50. I haven't given either one the better one. They're starting their laps. Now let's fast forward this and see if they can do the job. I'm looking at sector times. It's a white first sector for both cars, so that's not great. Is it going to be green? Green in second sector for both of them. Okay, they've improved there. Is it going to be a last sector? Please be. Please, come on, improvement. He's, Gio! Up into 13th, down to 14th, though. But decent. Once again, the Italian is showing he's actually faster than Leclerc. Even though, despite the game saying at the very beginning of the season, you remember, there was that email, the email said that they think Gio is the worst one out of the two. But he's doing the job, even with the worst engine now. Bringing it out, boy. Bringing it out. Nice stuff. 14th. If you stay there, I'll be very happy with that. 14th. Yeah, I think that's it. 14th and 20th. Okay, fair play. Nice stuff, Gio. Nice stuff. Nice stuff. Right, race time. So this time, let's hope I don't muck up Giovinazzi's strategy and we could maybe get some, I don't know. I don't want to tempt fate, but I was going to say maybe points or just near to the top 10 at least. Enough for us to not be in 11th in the championship based on where we finished in the race. So confirm that. Confirm soft tyres race trim there. That's the only one we can do. Car setup-wise, let's start both of them. Well, how long do the mediums go? 20 laps, and then the softs go 13. So we could technically do mediums and then push really hard on softs at the end. Or we do 13. See, if we did soft tyres, we were to conserve them, we could just about do the thing is, we'll have to change tyres. I think there's that rule that's still here from, obviously, real-life F1, where you have to change the tyres. So, do we try the conservative? You know, it worked out last time. Conservative worked out last time. So, do I just bank on, let's go conservative again? You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. We're committing. We're committing to conservative life. Medium tyres for both those guys. We'll push at the beginning, try and stretch the mediums, and then we'll go to the softs and push to the end. Right, let's do it. So 5 red lights then for the Dubai Grand Prix from 14th and 20th on the grid. 5 red lights are out and we're underway. It is a bit of a slow start there, but eventually Gio is in 13th, staying in 13th through turns 1. Leclerc is down to 22nd. We're going to go attack mode at the moment. Bring the tyre temps up, use the fuel at this early stage of the Grand Prix. Giovinazzi into 11th place, 10th place even. Is it going to be? No, that's oh, is that Stroll come back at him? Yeah, Stroll. Alonso's coming back at him. Ocon's coming back at him, but he's going side by side with Ocon at the moment as they go under the bridge. He's in the slipstream down the inside, and here's a move around the outside. Oh, he's been pushed off a little bit. He's still in 12th. Where's Leclerc? Leclerc's going around the outside of the Manners, and Van Dorn, that is, I think that is in P18. Yes, it is. He's down the inside, but he's been pushed off, and now he's battling Gasly, but he's up into 16th, actually. He's made good progress. He's now finds himself behind Fernando Alonso. Meanwhile, Giovinazzi has gotten ahead of Ocon still, but he's still defending from Ocon on lap 1. Thoroughly exciting lap 1. Let's speed this up then. Let's continue to push on. Let's wait for the tyre temps to get into a good motion, and then we'll go to neutral. And we'll go to high at the moment. And we'll sit here on neutral and high. I feel like that's what everyone is doing, pretty much, yeah. We'll sit here at neutral and high, like this. Gio, 11th, now 12th. Probably to be expected because we're on mediums, because let's see. I mean, we got Ocon on mediums, but I would expect Hartley, Magnussen to overtake us because they're on softer tyres. Leclerc's in 16th. I would hope he can maybe just stick with Alonso. And if Gio can at least minimum stay in the 15th place, I'll be happy at the moment, you know, depending on the tyre, really. So, but the tyre temps in a very good region, just under overheated. So, that's good, that's good. That's what we want. Looks like, I want to say the gap is increasing from Gio to Hartley, almost. It's not shrinking majorly. And behind, Leclerc is staying in P16. He's not really staying with Alonso, though. He's kind of backing into Grosjean, which is a little bit annoying. But he's not, you know, he's not falling backwards like he kind of did at the Chinese Grand Prix, which kind of, you know, flustered me at the very start of that race. So at the moment, looking good to hold station. Although now, Ocon's definitely got away from us. Yeah, you can see, although that, to be fair, that's just the difference in the Force India and Alfa Romeo. So let's be frank with ourselves. But at least we're 12th. Although, annoyingly, that's still going to mean that Stroll's going to be ahead of us in the points. We beat him last time at China, so, you know, I tempted fate last episode. I said, I want to try and beat Stroll. We did actually end up beating him, so let's hope. If we can beat Stroll this race, we'll be in the points. But at the moment, Gio is ahead of a Toro Rosso, he's ahead of a Haas, he's ahead of McLaren, ahead of a Sauber, so that if Gio was to finish here, we would move up the order, even if we didn't score points. And I just realised I had my ERS on, I didn't have it on auto that entire time, so let's keep it on auto for now. And I'm going to take into consideration what one of you guys said last time, which was we need to, I should use my ERS up at the start, at the very end of stints, to kind of just use it all up and then do the 100% recharge. Also, the tyre temps are going up an absolute rocket ship. I forgot it's Dubai, so hotter climate. I can't afford, like China, it was a cold enough climate that whereas in neutral, the tyre temps were just naturally coming down. Whereas now we're in Dubai, hotter climate, we have to go conservative to bring the tyre temps down. So, that's annoying. That's annoying. We're going to lose pace now. We're going to back into Hartley, unfortunately. You can already see it there. Hartley's so much closer now because we've gone conservative. I'm going to use a bit of ERS here. Try and use it on the straights just to get away from Hartley. Otherwise, he's going to really chase us down. And the same for Gasly. But we'll go auto now. Leclerc, use some there. Right, go auto now. I'm just trying to use the ERS bases to offset them going conservative here. Well, lap 21, Charles has been complaining about being stuck behind this McLaren, so we're going to use a lot of ERS off this last turn. Really push down this straight, really power pass, and can we maybe make a move to turn 1? Go on, Charles. We're going conservative again. I'm using backup a little bit to really bring the tyre temps down because we need to get out of this red zone. It's not good we're in the red zone still, so I'm just like, every part, it's like certain parts of the lap, I'll just put it in backup mode to try and bring the tyre temps in. I think that's Charles. Ooh, I think that was him in the distance. He tried to move around the outside. Didn't quite work out, though. Oh, he's right up his chuff, though. Come on. Come on, mate. Yeah, come on, in the slipstream now, please. Come on, we've surely got the power and the legs on the Honda. Come on. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. Right, lap 9 sit rep. I've got the temperatures back under control with Giovinazzi. Hartley's pit from Supersofts. We didn't get overtaken by Hartley that entire time, even though we're backing up. So that was really positive from my side. In terms of the tyre wear, we're actually pretty much matching Ocon. So I'm very happy about that. Fuel-wise, we have been going on high the entire race. So the engine, I don't know. It might start to wear a little bit towards the end of the race because we are using high pretty much the entire time. But that's the only way I'm offsetting any pace from going conservative. Charles is still on the reds. And now Alonso's holding him up so much that he's being backed into Sainz, which is very frustrating. We've got a bit of ERS here. So you know what? I'm going to go overtake mode. I'm going to take this off auto. And down this straight, bang of ERS. Come on, please get him. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Come on, come on, come on. No, Alonso uses ERS to defend. Very cheeky from Alonso. Very cheeky from Alonso. I'm going to go back up now to try and bring down the tyre temps. Yellow flag in sector 1. Oh, what? Hang on. What? What? I didn't see that. No, come on. It was going so well. And he crashed. I missed the crash. I was too focused on Leclerc. Oh, you guys would have... that would have looked so stupid on the video. You guys would have seen it. Probably on the bottom left. You would have seen he crashed. And I didn't realise because I was too focused. I was literally... both my eyes were looking at the bottom right of the screen on Charles. Oh, what the F, man. Gio. You're going so well. You're the chosen one, man. You were like doing so well. You might have got points. Might have. Oh, well, there you go. He's crashed. It's all on you, mate, Charles. You've been stuck behind Alonso this entire freaking time. It's, we need to do something with you, mate. We need to do something with you. You know, we've got 18 laps to go. Come on. Come on. Down the inside. Come on. Yes. Come on, Charles. Get it. Get him. No. Alonso's pushed him off. This is actually quite enthralling. He's legit having a battle with Alonso at the moment. It's quite exciting, this. Come on. Through the last corner. Use a bit of high power mixture. Come on. Down the straight. Looks like Sainz is actually catching up to us. And there's a car. There's traffic. We've been held up by Sebastian bloody Vettel. He's come out with traffic. Right, Vettel is in 11th. He's chasing down Alonso. Alonso's really used that to his advantage to really get ahead of us now. I'm hoping Vettel can hold Alonso up if he makes a move in a corner. You can see a bit of a train is forming behind us. With Sainz, Grosjean. Ricciardo's in there trying to get past us. And Gasly as well as Perez, who's made a pit stop there. So we're going to be in a bit of a train here at the head of it. But there goes Vettel. Can he make a move? Can he hold up Alonso, please, on the straight? Doesn't look like it. All right, we're up into 10th place now. I kind of forgot how long we were going. I think it was lap 16 we're going to. I think it was. I don't even remember. I think it was around then. I like Charles' spirit there. He just said, damn, I can't get past Vettel. As if you were ever going to get past Vettel, Leclerc. As ever, you're never going to get past Vettel. Oh, this is actually really frustrating. Alonso's literally driving like he does in real life. He's actually playing this very tactically, and he's somehow staying ahead in 8th. So I'll give him that, but it's frustrating now. We're just stuck in no man's land at the moment. Right, speeding things up. You can see Alonso and Ricciardo are getting very close, and Sainz has passed us. Sainz has passed us. He's going to make a pit stop, though, so he's probably pushing on his in-lap, to be fair. So that's okay. He's on the soft tyres as well, so all things considered, that's probably okay for him to pass us there because he's on softer tyres. Ricciardo, though. Oh, Ricciardo makes a bit of a meal of it down the inside there of us. But not too much. That's okay. 15 laps remaining. How long does softs go for? 14. Probably they'll only go for 13 for us, let's be fair. So we need to go a little bit longer. 2 more laps, I would say. Right, Grosjean's closing up to us. Oh, Grosjean goes down the inside. He's on the same strategy as us, so this is crucial for us. And that is good defensive work there from Grosjean. 14 laps remaining. That means there'll be 13 left afterwards, and that'll be perfect for us, I think, to come in for the soft tyres. Sainz made it work for 14 laps. So I think now what we do is we go full out attack mode, high fuel mixture, and we push in now, and this will be our in lap now. So really try and push, get away from Grosjean. We sped this thing up. We got 7/10. That's good. That's a really good in lap there. 7/10 in. So pitting this lap, soft tyre. Park conditions fine. Recharge the battery 100%. Pit strategy balanced. And remember, I need to use the ERS here. So let's use it all. As much as we can now. We'll use it off the last corner here. Wait for it to recharge. Right, use it all off the last corner. into the pit lane there. We didn't use all of it, so a little bit of a waste, but that's fine. Recharge out the pit lane then in 19th place, it looks like. Use a bit of recharge, and straight away we're going conservative. Yellow flags. We're going medium, conservative, and now we're going to take this to the end. Right. Leclerc's minus 2.8, so good pace there. He is catching Sainz, and Sainz is on backup at the moment and a high fuel mixture, so he's kind of counteracting his own conservation of the tyres with the engine here. I really hope we can get past him. We need to... Magnussen's a long shot, because Magnussen was ahead of us, I think, before, because he was the one that we're battling with Gio, so that's going to be a little bit tough. But now we've got some pit stops, so now we'll move up. We'll move up into P17. Hartley will pit, you would think. And I don't know. These guys are probably going to the end. Alonso's going to pit. I think it's going to be around P14 again, unfortunately. Hartley's the only major one then. Hartley and Alonso. If we can get ahead of them, score 0 points, but still be ahead of them on track then to crucially get ahead of the constructors. Otherwise, I might be on thin ice here in terms of getting fired, maybe. All right, Grosjean's looking a little bit dangerous at the moment behind us. He's looking into the hairpin there in P17. With P16, you can see, oh, that's close. That's close. Both Grosjean and Gasly are catching us. So, around here at Dubai, doesn't look like our car has much pace here at the moment. We're behind Alonso as well, and I can just tell now we are going to get overtaken, aren't we? Eventually, our tyres just going to not be enough, and we're going to get overtaken. We're going to be down to bloody P18. This is a real struggle, man. This is a real struggle. 8 laps remaining. Come on, man. Come on. Up into 15. Someone else made a pit stop. That was Hartley eventually. So, like I said. So, we're up into P... so, we're only 1 place down from where we were. Bloody Alonso. If we could have got him in our first stint, we could have overtaken him. We could have been there in P14 again to match him. Also, he's done a bloody insane job. He's on super softs now instead of... he did a great job in mediums. Oh, there's a... Ooh. What is that? What's going on there? What's going on there? Hang on. There's a big train here. There's Alonso... Sainz, Ricciardo, Magnussen. We've caught up massively. I don't know what happened here, but we're now only 2 seconds off them. This is... Okay, it's getting interesting. We could maybe catch Alonso. 4 laps remaining. Come on, keep pushing, Charles. We're... the gap's increased a little bit to about 3 seconds there, almost. Right, use some ERS down here. Use it down the straight. Go back to auto. Tyre wear is okay. I think we could push at the very end here. So I've done a good job to save tyres till the end of the race. Be a bit smart about it. Gasly's catching us, though, as well. So that's the only thing I'm wary of. Alonso's overtaken bloody Sainz. So Alonso, fair play to him. He's done a really decent job for himself and the McLaren team. We've now got 3 laps remaining. I think around 2 laps I'd start pushing. I think with 2 laps to go. So at the end of this lap now, on 27 and 28, we'll just push. And we'll just, basically just go, screw it. You know, just wear the tyres out. Just go for it, mate. We've got a little bit of reliability issue, but here we go now. Pushing, I didn't use ERS down that straight. Don't worry, we'll save it a little bit. Right, you can see there, 3/10 gaining. So the tyre's going to start overheating, but we are now gaining some time here, trying to catch Alonso if we can, and Sainz, who are going side by side. Looks like they're swapping positions here. Going to take this off auto now. Use ERS down this straight. Save a little bit, though, for maybe the end of the race. You can see they're coming into the frame there in P14. I just need one of them to just battle the other one and send it down the inside or something like that. And then we're just there for the taking. We're on overtake mode. Let's use it. A little bit of fuel. Come on, at the end of the race. We're medium. We're just about there. We're right up behind Sainz. Take it off auto. I'm going to save the ERS for the end of the race. Let's see if we can get him on the line, maybe. Let's see. Use the ERS at the end. Oh, not going to be. We got inches away from Carlos Sainz in terms of pixel length. But ultimately it's P15. And again, probably Alonso and Magnussen not scoring points, but finishing ahead of us, which means we won't be ahead of them in the constructors. We did finish ahead of the Toro Rosso and the Sauber, so I would like to think we move up in that sense in the constructors, because that should how it works. I've now had a higher position than unless the Sauber or Toro Rosso's got like P11 in the last 2 races. I can't remember. If they did, then we won't move up the order. But that's frustrating, because you would like to think we're here. Gio could have been in P12. Like, he could have been right there, you know, just behind Ricciardo. So frustrating crash that. So Leclerc moves ahead of Gio in the standings, and we moved up 1. We moved up to P10. But Toro Rosso, They're in... Wait, I'm not even... I don't know why have I been concentrating on Toro Rosso? I'm not even fighting. How did they get 7 points, more importantly? Oh, yeah, it's because Gasly did a madness, I think, in Australia. But, Haas have scored 1 point, so they're staying in 8th. Still not got McLaren due to Alonso. Bloody annoying. But we moved up to P10. Here's hoping that's enough for us to not lose too much happiness with the chairman. We moved up 1 position. The constructors, he's got to happy with that. And you can see steadily, it looks like we are getting more comfortable in the races. And I'm getting the hang of the strategy now again, I feel like. And we're making money, so, he's happy in that sense, financially. Race performance-wise, I'm not too sure. Ooh, I saw a red there. I see a red there in blurriness after, as this game saves. Please don't be. It's uneasy. Oh, yay! +6. +6 on Dubai. Look at that. Yes. Good stuff. Good stuff. That was okay then. That was okay. Pit crew, we've got more hires maybe. I don't know. We could look into some pit crew action because we're not spending the money on parts at the moment, so we could look into some pit crew action, but I think I'll say that for the beginning of the next episode. But pit crew review, no, it's fine at the moment. Interview with BBC, had some time to get used to the team. What are your main worries? Thinking long term, to be honest. Yeah, he likes that answer. Car conditions fine. Yeah, okay. I think positive episode. Plus I'm happy about that +6 of Dubai. I think we'll look into the pit crew, upgrading the pit crew, maybe our staff, since we obviously we're still waiting now for 5 days for a gearbox. Then we'll buy a part, but after that, when we're waiting some more, may as well, spend it on our team and improving the pit stops then, as they're going to be quite crucial. So, guys, though, if you have enjoyed that episode, smash that like button. Let's try and aim for 1,000 likes if we can. At the time of recording, I think we're around like 850 on episode number 2, so let's try and beat that. Let's try and get up to 1,000 likes on episode 3 if you can, guys. If you really are enjoying this series and want to continue seeing more, be sure to hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been Aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.